So I got this message on Discord where someone was getting the blue screen of death, the Nginx blue screen of death, for our search engine Mwmbl, which is written in Python. Wasn't sure why we were getting this because I had hardly made any changes to the code in the last few days. And when I logged in to the server, this is what I saw. So extremely high CPU usage and extremely high memory usage. And it took me a while to figure out what was going on. And the thing I focused on first was the memory usage, because I realized that the memory just kept increasing. Memory usage kept increasing and I couldn't figure out why. So I wanted to see what type of objects we were using. So I used this tool called Objgraph, which I hadn't come across before, but it seems like quite a cool Python library. Basically, it lets you find the most commonly used object in memory for your Python app. So I created a Django view to get a view both on the memory used. So we've got this psutil.process and then memory info. So that just gives us how much memory is used by the app. And then we've got the most common objects from Objgraph. And then Objgraph also tells you which objects are growing most in usage in memory. So I've stuck that in as well. And this is the resulting view that we've got in Django. So you can see this is the psutil info. So I have fixed the problem now. So it's looking quite good. Like 3 gig in memory, which is perfectly reasonable. It was going up to like hundreds of gig before. The virtual memory, this is not surprising because our index is memory mapped. So I think the virtual memory usage is reflecting that. And then this was what I used to figure out what the problem was. So looking at the most common object, I was seeing a lot of these items here. So this is what's used in the batch. So when our client crawlers, which are crawled by our volunteers, when they send a batch of crawled pages across to the website, they contain these items, which are pydantic objects. And I was seeing that there were loads of these, and also if we looked at the growth down here, we were seeing that they were increasing a lot. That helped me figure out what the problem was. So basically what was happening was a change that I'd made to the code here. So it was a very small change where I was looking at these extra links. So when you crawl a page, we pull out all the links, and there's some good links, which are like the content links, so links that are within a paragraph of text. And then there's all the navigational links, and those are the extra links. And I wasn't, and this is the code that records for each domain how many links we're extracting in Redis. It's not a terribly important thing. It was just a nice stat to have. And for some reason, I'd not originally added the extra links in, and I thought, oh, I'll just add those in as well. This is what I did a few days ago. And this actually turned out to be the cause of the problem, because if you look down here, basically for each of these links, it's making a call to Redis. And when there's a lot of links, that's a lot of calls. And this was slowing down all the requests. And as each request was piling up, more and more memory was being used by these items that were being stored in memory. So we were getting hundreds and hundreds of requests that were all piling up and being stored in memory. And that's why I was seeing so many of these items. So I basically just commented out this code, which isn't essential, as I mentioned, and things are back to normal. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks very much.